Welcome to the Crowman Show. We have a Veterans Day special because Monday's Veterans Day, or observed on Monday. For the next hour, we're going to be talking to my buddy here. And he's going to tell me, Jim is going to tell us about his experiences in Vietnam. So we're going to spend a whole hour segment on this because I want to get into details that I was never able to get into before with those other smaller videos I've uploaded. And of course, I know that my video is not going to be able to be monetized, even though I'm not, my channel's not monetized. But if I ever get my channel remonetized again, this video will never be monetized because YouTube just doesn't like people telling their war stories, I guess. True stories are not allowed on this platform. All right, so stick with us, leave comments, like, subscribe, ask any questions if you have any questions. He's here, we're here together, and we're going to be asking him some stuff.
I'm ready.
All right, Matt, so tell me.
All right, first of all, I have emphysema, so if I start coughing, excuse me.
Give me one of those chairs.
It's a little bit of too much smoking, a little bit of probably Agent Orange. You know, nobody can prove that.
Agent
Walked
Orange.
through that plenty of times. Anyway, my story starts.
How did you get into the Army?
Okay, I got a draft notice in November of '67, and anyway, did this, did that. January 21st to '68, I was in Washington, Fort Lewis, Washington, for basic training, and that was 8 weeks. Went through that. Tough because they treat you like shit. But the worst thing, I think a lot of guys will tell you that, is about your 5th week, you got to go through the gas chamber. 3 different gases, which is, it's pretty nasty.
What is it? What do you mean, they gas you?
You know, you go into basically a room, it's all gravel, and you, they have like a coffee can there with tear gas in it.
Really?
Yeah, so you go in, no mask, you're just there, and there's a funny thing about this. But you, excuse me, they have you run around in circles singing jingle bells. And I mean, they make you feel like shit all the time, but singing jingle bells, then they light the canister, and it's tear gas. And you're coughing, I mean, you can't, anybody knows anything about tear gas has been through it. Stuff's coming out of your nose, and in a couple cases, out of butts.
Damn.
Yeah, and throwing up and everything. And there's only one door in and out of this place. So you're going like this, and there's probably 25, 30 of us. And when they open the door to get out, if you're kind of last in line, you're screwed. You can't get out of line. You got to stay in there and go out. So, and it's terrible. Then they put you through CS gas. Then you got to go, you wear your mask. You wear your mask under barbed wire, which is only about 1.5 feet tall. You got to do the crawl. Then they throw this gas, canisters of CS gas, and you got to get your mask on in time.
Wow.
And clear it. And if you don't, you can't get up because it's all barbed wire over your head.
Damn.
You just got to get out of there as fast as you can, then get sick and all this. Anyway, then they go one more. They put you through chlorine gas. But that'll kill you. So everybody gets in there with a mask
like
on.
Mustard gas?
I don't know what all I know is chlorine gas.
Okay.
And I think that's something that, you know, with the war, wars now, it's, you know, you're not supposed to ever use that.
Chemical warfare.
Chemical warfare, right. Anyway, all they do is they tell you to lift your bottom of your mask off, get a whiff, and then put it back on real quick, and then they get you out of there. Because they want you to know what it smells like.
Ah.
And it was easier than the other stuff, but the problem is this is killing stuff.
Yeah.
So that was that. Anyway, base training, that was the toughest part. And you compete against other people, and you do this, you do that, and they keep you in line, you get in shape. Then you get your orders to where you're going.
Were you drafted?
I was drafted. And if you were drafted, which a lot of us were, I'd say 90% of us that were drafted, our orders were infantry in Vietnam. There's a couple exceptions. I don't know why.
Okay.
But so anyway, that was beginning of June. I'm out.
What year?
68.
1968.
They let you come back for, I don't know, 10 days or something. Anyway, then you get in a plane in Travis Air Force Base, and you fly to Japan. Couldn't get out of the plane. It was 10 hours Japan. Then I forgot what it was, 4, 5, 6 more hours of Vietnam. So you get to Vietnam. I got there the 21st of June. And you get assigned to a company, or a battalion, in a company within. And I was in the 1st Division. They call it the 2nd and 28th Infantry.
2nd and 28th.
So that's where they put me. And I had some friends that I had known, you know, that went, and to this day I never know where they went.
You made some friends and never saw them again?
No, I never saw them again. I didn't have your phone number, you know, just buddies. You become buddies through basic infantry, and then, you know, the whole thing.
Okay.
Then when you get there, and there might have been 2 or 3 of us, 2 of us that I remembered or knew. And the other guys, you get spread out all over so many other companies or divisions. And then, yeah, first week, you don't go out, you go around the perimeter of in our case, it was called Lai K. At a small airport, at a village, and it was all fenced-in village for the Vietnamese.
Uh-huh.
They let them out, and you couldn't be, you know, you had to be like at least 80 or, you know, below 10 or so, where you're considered a VC. It had all the women there, but then they'd let the young kids out, the old men, and they come over and clean the hooches, you know, clean our barrack, whatever we had. And that's what they did, shine your shoes.
The Vietnamese?
Yeah, the Vietnamese.
And you paid them or something?
Yeah, we'll give them something.
All right.
Anyway, then after a week, you know, then here you go. Okay, wherever my company was, that's where they're flying me. And they did. Get on a chopper, and you're there, you know, you don't know anybody. You don't know anybody. You know, you can fit in, but different personalities, different guys from pretty much every state in the United States. And all of a sudden you're out there doing this. And one rule they had is you can't take your shirt off for more than 30 minutes any day.
Why is that?
Because you get your skin be burned so bad, they'd have to send you in for treatment. And that's like they call an Article 15. You get fined, you can get busted in rank.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess it's happened in the past. People get too burned up on purpose.
On purpose?
Yeah.
So they don't have to
And
be
then
there?
then they're out of there. So you're going to get your tan at some point, obviously. Anyway, then we go out, you know, and the way they do it, you're out there and they build an NDP, which is called a night defensive position.
Yeah.
Big thing, in a
Night
bunker,
defensive
bunker, a lot of time a tank here, a tank there, some artillery there. But all those guys stay there.
Uh-huh.
They don't move. We're the infantry. You know, we leave. They're our support. So we go out there, and I think it was, you know, it's called S&Ds, which is search and destroy. And the whole thing's kind of a game. They ambush by day. We ambush by night. Because they can't, you know, by day they can't be moving around a lot. They'll be seen, and then, you know, they'll fly troops in there. So I think it was a week, and we were, you know, you go through this, and you go get your azimuth, and you go there, and you get your point man. And I carried a 16, but I was the ammo bearer for the 60 machine gun. They take the bigger guys, and your smaller guys are going to be your point man. And usually, you know, small but very strong. And then your bigger guys are going to be you got an ammo bearer in front of the 60 caliber machine gun, you got one in back, and you got your gunner. So we were there one day anyway. All of a sudden, we got ambushed. And I got, anyway, it was my first time ever, I never shot a gun before in my life.
Someone says much respect and thanks.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Go on.
Anyway, here's what I did the first time we got in a firefight. I jumped down, I got my 16. I'm just firing like that. Okay, then I'm fumbling around to get my next magazine.
Really?
Oh, honest to God. And I'm scared like shit. I took cover behind a tree that was about that thick. You get down. And anyway, I was like that for probably a month. And I wasn't the only one, newcomers. You see it, people came in after me, you could see the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, once you start seeing, which took, a month to wake me up. But we had a couple of guys get hit with some shrapnel, and nobody killed though. Anyway, one day it was like we lost like 3 guys and more injured, and it comes to you that these guys are trying to kill me. They better start fighting back, and be a man. So it hits you. It better hit you. So after that, my head was always up, magazine after magazine. Then the way they do it over there, you start with a 16, okay, then my ammo bearer also. So I got all my gear plus 1,000 rounds of their stuff. And guys are leaving all the time. Guys are coming in all the time.
Yeah.
So when the machine gun guy, the 60 guy, left, then I took over the 60 and got some newcomer, was my ammo bearer. So I did that just to give you an idea of how they do things. You carry your 16, okay, and then you do the ammo bearer if you're bigger, and then you get the 60. And then as you become a short timer, they call it, you stay a little farther back. They put you on purpose. And you start carrying, I started carrying a 16 again. Then they gave me an M79 grenade launcher, which in a lot of cases is useless. Because you got thick jungle. If you shoot it and it hits a tree, you're going to blow yourself up.
Grenade launcher?
Yeah.
Damn.
So that was basically useless.
It sucks for the grenade launcher, huh?
Well, that's what they call it. But
what else?
it goes like 75 yards, something like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's like just actually shoots a grenade, though?
Yeah, it's a a bullet-like thing. It's about that like that.
Uh-huh.
Slam that thing in there and put it up in the air. And so it's a time. It's like a grenade. You got like 4 to 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So if you do that with a grenade, if you got somebody way over here, you throw it as high as you can. And then, because you don't want it to blow up in the air. You throw it like that. If you don't throw it high, shit, they can throw it back. You know what I'm saying? And, you've seen it in the movies.
Yeah. So that's real, huh?
Yeah, that's the real thing. So you try to throw it high, so it hits, it explodes. They teach you that in basic training. Oh, infantry training.
Wow.
Yeah, there's an art to that bullshit. Anyway, then they slow you down, and eventually, hopefully, you go home, and you go home on time. So where was I?
Do you know if you ever killed anybody?
Okay, I'll tell you what right now. I got a great answer, I think, for that. Very few guys would actually saw somebody they killed. Because you get these situations, as soon as there's one bullet fired, there's 100 more, and there's 1,000 after that. Nobody knows who hit what. You're in the jungle. You can't even see what you're aiming at most of the time.
Really?
Now, you find them dead, but nobody knows who killed who. And I got in a fight over that one time, I told you, at the Normandy. Guy saying, after I killed him, and then he said, you know what he said? He said, I cut his ear off. That's what he said. I cut his ear off.
Cut his ear off.
And I know, first of all, that never happened. And I'll give you an example of why I know it wouldn't have happened. we were out one time anyway, and we're in just the. It was like 2 or 3 Vietnamese running through the woods. There was openings there. Anyway, we get it. Everybody's firing, and we go up. There's one, and he's not quite dead. He's, you know, he's gonna die any second. He hit in the head. It's okay, you know, what are you gonna do? And this guy had only been there a week. In fact, he joined. He didn't get drafted. He joined the infantry. So he comes up and puts a full magazine in the guy's head.
A full magazine.
Full magazine. That's, you know, over there you don't put 20 rounds in. You put 18 so it doesn't jam. So he put the whole magazine in. You know what happened?
Wow.
1 hour later, the captain had us draw an azimuth to a little opening out there. And a chopper came down and picked that kid up, and we never saw him again. It's like a court martial you could be for that. It's a waste of ammunition. You know, that's the first thing they get you for. I guess, you know, being stupid, I don't know. But
Wow.
he thought he was a gun-hole little kid.
How old was he?
You know, about 19 at the most, maybe 18. He just came out of high school and joined.
Wow.
Never saw him again.
So you know that they wouldn't cut their ears off.
Well, shit, no. I mean, it's just so much bullshit. I've heard other stories too. Then, you know, first thing and I usually ask them because MOS, you know, I don't even know what it stands for, but it's your occupation over there. So infantry is 11 Bravo. And, you know, a lot of people don't know other people's, you know, I couldn't name one other MOS. So a couple of these times, the ear guy and then this other guy that said some shit, I just went up to him and I said, what's your MOS? They don't know. Yeah, they don't know the MOS, and I tell them they're a bullshitter, and then shit happens. So, yeah, no ears, no nothing.
Yes, what's their MO?
You got to remember, these people are fighting. I mean, they're fearless, number one. They were just tough, you know. It wasn't because they're Vietnamese. It was because they're trying to kill us and trying to kill them. But you got to see their side, I guess.
Yeah.
You got to give them respect because they're, you know, you're fighting in their backyard, man.
Yeah.
So it's stuff you're not familiar with, and they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else?
So, what do you think of PTSD?
Oh, that's a good one. Need a lighter.
It's right behind the ashtray.
Okay. I've been diagnosed with PTSD. I don't think I completely told the truth about everything. I mean, as far as how I feel about this or that. But most things I did. And that's probably why, to get 100%, it took me 6 years. And a lot of meetings, a lot of this, and a whole lot of all this other stuff. Paid off, but, yeah. But I think very, very few guys that are going in for that, trying for that now, are telling the truth at all. I mean, 0%. You know, first of all, the action, you know, Afghanistan, Iraq, and everything, it's not like anything like Vietnam. I mean, a stat is 6 years of really fighting in Vietnam, we lost over 58,000. Okay, and the other stat, 17 years with Iraq, Afghanistan, whatever, in 17 years, 2,500 in 17 years. So it's odd, you know. Vietnam, you get this, we lose 10 guys. You think that was ever in a paper or anything? I mean, you know, now, if a guy gets killed in Afghanistan, he's going to be in the paper. One guy. Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
You know, and it just, we weren't treated right. These guys are heroes and everything. You know, I appreciate anybody's service, of course. To me, it just bugs me sometimes that these guys that do the service don't always tell the truth. when they get out. They're out for $1.
How do they, you say people these days can get PTSD?
Can file for it or do we get it?
Like how do they make the claim of what happened to them, usually?
Well, see, my stuff, it still took me 6 years. Everything I got, you saw the Bronze Star with a V and this and that. Well,
Yep. We'll bring that over.
I was in the infantry, and I was told before I ever got involved with it, this started in like 1980. I didn't even know about it until 2003. So, what was I saying?
These people, these guys that fought in the desert wars we've had
Yeah.
recently.
Well,
Speed.
I don't know what they could have been through. I know that they got some infantry over there, you know, but it's not. I don't think it's a big deal. But I've seen, you know, we'd go out and have a whole battalion with 200 people, you know.
Yeah.
Usually when I see it, there's like 10 guys walking through some village and looking around. But anyway, it was a PTSD.
Yeah, PTSD.
Yep. I know what I was saying, you know. I got pretty much everything I needed, and it still took a long time. And number one, if you're in the infantry, I was told you know, for a year over there, you're supposed to be automatic, but you got, you know, it's the government. You got to go through the process. They give you 30%. Anyway, there's so many guys now. They're trying to get it. They're claiming it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Maybe I don't get out much, but I never heard of PTSD in my life, and until the guy told me, a buddy of mine from the American Legion, that Mackie, you gotta get involved with this. Which I did. But the what was I saying again? I can't remember anything.
We're talking about how you got your PTSD.
Oh yeah.
PTSD.
Okay. Well, I got mine. It's just I don't know how these other people what they claim to get. I mean, what do you tell your counselor? Or what do you tell the psych? If you're, you know,
if you're in Afghanistan or.
Well, if you're in Afghanistan, okay, let's say you're an MP. You know, I don't think you're in too big of trouble there. Only people you're going to shoot is your own people, probably. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I say. I'm giving a comedy routine now.
Yeah, it feels like it's getting kind of.
I keep my mind just stops working.
Suddenly now we're talking about Vietnam.
Yeah, I know all that.
Yeah, we were talking about.
Anyway, PTSD, and I think in my mind, at least 60% of the people that claim this don't have it. I get 100%. I don't think I really have much of it. Maybe a little bit, certain things.
Okay.
And I get 100, and I went through shit. So these guys didn't go through nothing, really. They're you know, they can't live with themselves. What are they? You know, they blame PTSD on the getting a divorce, getting a DUI. They blame it on PTSD. I don't. Like I said, 2003, the first time I ever heard of it. Now I've probably heard of it 5,000 times. Now it's, I guess they call it PTSD now. Let's say you get in a bad accident. You got PTSD. That's what they say all the time, and it's another term that overused.
Wow. Yeah. Stuff like there could have been a bomb.
Yeah, but it's just ridiculous stuff. Yeah, one guy, he got 100%. He was in the Navy, and I don't know what he claimed. You know, Vietnam, they didn't have any naval stuff.
I heard they were shooting whales.
Well, yeah. Oh, you know how they do it? They don't shoot them. They throw grenades in the water. Then they just blow them up and they float to the top.
Jeez.
That's what they do. They run their sand pans.
Wow, so that actually happened.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. That's that's why they do it. So, yeah, all right.
What else is there?
I don't know. I just said I don't know how a Navy guy get 100%.
And he was in the boat and never
I'd
saw
love to
any
see
action.
his paperwork. Well, there's nobody shooting at you.
Uh-huh.
They're there for support for us. But there ain't nobody to do anything to them.
Uh-huh. How many people that went to Vietnam saw action?
Oh, that's a good one too. And it's a fact. It's a fact. For every 11 guys that went to Vietnam, only one ever used their weapon. So you got 10 guys. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but I know that's it. You need MPs. You need the truck drivers. You need this typists and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get a little, I guess you can tell. I get a little angered about the whole thing. It comes out of here, but. But what was I saying?
Yeah, they were talking about the anger that comes out when you think about some.
Oh yeah. The one out of one guy at every 11 ever uses a weapon.
Ever used a weapon? 1 in 11, huh?
That's it.
Every 10 guys do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you hear a big war story, it's probably a lie.
So if you don't believe any of this is true, we have. I don't know what happened to his Bronze Star.
Oh yeah.
There's his documentation. But this had a Bronze Star hanging in it.
I got it somewhere.
Somewhere. It's around.
You got to mention it's a Bronze Star with a V.
Bronze Star with a V.
You get a Bronze Star just for being a sergeant, I think. But you got to have the V device, they call it, for valor.
Oh, for valor. Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't doing it. When I got that, there was 2 other guys that did the same shit I did. They got them too, but it wasn't just me. You can do what you got to do. If somebody needs to get the fuck, you got to go get them. Just the way it is.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
How long have we been on the air?
almost a half hour.
How much time we got?
About a half hour.
It's a lot. I don't know. I'm running out of stuff.
I don't know. You were certainly talking about a lot the other day. So what else?
Well, I think I just did all that again.
What else? Got any questions for him? So.
I got a question, Mac. You want some stew?
No.
I'll take a beer if you can bring me one of them. Beer me, bro.
I tell you one that's of all things. I'm married now to Julie, and just by chance,
Thank you.
the toughest battle we were ever in when I was in Vietnam, by far, it was called Operation Julie.
Operation
that?
Julie.
Yeah, that's strange. I mean, I got a booklet in there that shows the operation.
Wow.
Really, Operation Julie.
Well,
Anyway, we get there. We're 1 click, which is 1,000 yards from the Cambodian border. Well, you're asking for trouble.
Okay.
We can't go into Cambodia. So all these
How come you can't go into-
because it's against the war rules. And they all get grouped together. NVA, this ain't VC, this is NVA, these are true guys.
Yeah.
So they're out there, and I think it was about 2 days or something like that, to go and ambush, and it wasn't my platoon. But one of them, they lost a lot of guys. They were overrun, by there's so many NVA. 'Cause they're right there. They're just all they're doing is jumping, over the border a little bit and going right through your ambush.
Wow. And just like that, they're gone.
Yeah. And anyway.
So
Yeah.
what-
So we had. So we're back anyway, and then anytime Vietnamese do anything, as far as the big time, it's always in the evening, at night.
Yeah. Okay. That's what.
So I think it was we're there. I don't know, one night, about the 3rd night, and it's right at 9 o'clock, And all of a sudden you can hear, you know what a mortar sounds like if if you heard one a couple times. You can hear this, just dive in your bunker. Hopefully you're close to it, or dive somewhere. And boom, it hits somewhere around us, or maybe in the deal. But anyway, they did this for almost 3 hours.
They mortared you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we had artillery coming in, and there, wherever they were in the area. But they kept, on and on and on. And then all of a sudden, here they come. And we're in this, what do you call it? And I was over here. And where they really hit is over here and here.
Okay.
And they come through. These people, they're nuts, and you've heard of this, from the Middle Easterners too. They come through with satchel charges on them, blow themselves up, because we had our barbed wire, Constantino wire, was 3 rolls, 2 rolls on top of that, and then 1 roll. It was high. And you go back 6 feet, and you go 3 rolls and 2 rolls, something like that. Or anyway, you do that, but you do 3 different rows. So they come up, and I don't know how many, they blow themselves up.
Blow themselves up?
Yeah, so they can blow the wire up, so people can get through there.
Does it usually work?
Well, yeah, they got through.
Wow, scary.
But not all of them. It was on my side. I couldn't do anything other than just keep low, from bullets coming my way.
Do these guys ever run and jump onto the barbed wire and try to blow themselves up and it doesn't detonate and they're just stuck on the barbed wire?
Yeah, I've never seen that happen.
No.
But anyway, it's in the book there. One medic of all things went hand to hand with the Vietnamese in one, and then some other little stories about
a medic.
A medic did that.
Wow.
But some guys got through, not a lot, because there was so much firepower.
Wow. So like these guys, the guy just came running into the medic tent, and the only thing.
There's no tent. He just came up by the guy's bunker, and you got to stop me. He's got a gun.
Yeah.
Well, he did.
Wow.
I'd have to read that again to remember the whole thing. Like I said, I was on the other side. Couldn't do, you sit, you get in your bunker, and you got firing ports. So you'd be opening up, off and on, we'd open up just in case. Then I got more coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, the totals were, we lost 9 guys. And they lost about 135, I think it was.
Wow. In that battle?
And that one, just that one night. 9's a whole lot for us. A lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, then the problem is, another day later, you got all these bodies out in front of you, and they start stinking. And ABC News was actually out there filming. Where you going?
Why what?
Jeez. Yeah, ABC came out there. Then you got to get Rome plows, they call them, these tractors. Dig huge ditch, huge. And then tractor all these bodies into there and then cover it up so you don't get, insects out everywhere.
Yeah.
That was not good, that one.
So you guys never attacked by day, or did you? They attacked by day.
We searched by day.
Searched by day.
If we found them, then we got a fight going on. And a lot of times, you'll go through there, you run into camp, and you see fresh, hot rice, you see recent poop, stuff like, and that they left. They got the hell out of there.
I see.
And then another case, if they have, buried rice, big sacks, it's like a major hub there, and they got weapons, and they got stuff like that, they'll stay and fight.
Right.
That's when you gotta, first thing you do is, if they start opening up, you open up back, but then you pull back, and you call artillery in on them.
Uh-huh.
And then you go back in. They're still firing like a son of a bitch, and you fire back, then you go back in, and more artillery. Eventually, they gotta they're gonna die, or get the hell out of there. Yeah, then you go in, sure as hell. They got what do you call it? Got the holes there.
Holes
Anyway,
that they're inside.
full of big bags of rice, weapons, a few other things. But they didn't want to lose it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when that would usually take place during the day when you find them like that? Or
Yeah, that'd be day.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
How did you usually attack them at night?
You go in ambush, they say, and from the air, they'd seen some movement, during whatever. So then we pinpoint that area where they saw movement. Because then you get up there and then you find your spot, and you just go like this, and whatever somebody starts here, and you about every 5 feet from each other, and you just form like that, and then you got two guys looking in the back. We're all looking at the trail, and then you don't blow that many ambushes, not that many. I'd say 2 to 3 in 10.
Really?
So basically, you're there all night, and and just get up in the morning and start searching again. But yeah, all it takes is a few to be pretty damn hairy, because you can't see anything. Every 4th round's a tracer in your weapon, but you can see where you're aiming because of that. But you don't know if you're hitting anything. First thing you do is blow your claymore, which is a little mine, and you have like 7,500 BBs in it.
Claymore, yeah.
So you're anywhere close. I think it's 15 meters or something. And you're dead if you're that close.
Yeah, tell me the story about the kid who put it too close.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a new guy, and anyway, we're on ambush, and I think I stayed awake first. He sleeps, then it was his turn. So he's there, and I'm sleeping. And I let him put the claymore out, which is supposed to be about 15 yards. You put it out, because it's got a backblast. Anyway, so I'm sleeping, all of a sudden, it really hurt my ears. I mean, really hurts. It ached. Anyway, somebody came by, so, start shooting. And he had put this damn thing so close, he put like 5 yards instead of 15. So that backblast just, it shakes you, and it just, the ears are really bad. And it's worse for me, because at least he knew, right? I'm sound asleep. And that thing just, it hurt. Oh.
He knew, he knew what he was doing, and you were just...
He knew where it was, but he didn't even understand he didn't understand he screwed up till after the fact.
He probably put it at 15 feet instead of 15 yards.
Yeah, maybe that's what he did. I don't know. Yeah, my ears hurt for like 3 days.
What happened when he pulled it? He just blasted you out of bed or something?
There's no bed. You're on the ground. You're in the dirt. Yeah, no, I got up and started shooting. Like everybody else already was.
You were just sleeping through it until that claymore went off.
Oh yeah, no. There was no. That was the first.
Oh, he was.
That was the first action, the claymore. After that, everybody starts opening up, and there was, I think, maybe 8 to 10 Vietnamese coming down, VC, coming down the trail. That's the other thing you got to worry about.
Yeah.
We set this up, and we do it platoon-wise. You put a platoon here, and then a platoon, somewhere 100 yards away, and another trail. And then, so you're sitting there, full platoon's about 30 people. You get lucky, 32. And then, you're going to lose guys. A few get killed, most of them get injured, wounded. And yet, sometimes you're down to, maybe only 18 guys.
Wow.
So when this ambush comes by, you've got this trail, Well, it never happened to us, but you know, like one time I told you 5 VC coming through. Well, what happens if you blow the ambush and there's like 100 of them? You're not gonna, you know, they're gonna get you probably before you get them.
100.
And you know, it's dark, man. I mean, you know,
32 or
huh?
Somewhere between 15 and 32 versus 100.
Yeah, right.
Even an ambush.
Yeah, well, so you don't know if the whole patrol's coming through there. Never happened to us. I'm sure it happened.
What never happened to you?
You know, usually it was maybe 10 to 12 at the most come down the trail, which you can handle that.
Yeah.
But you know, I told you if it was some, you know, Vietnamese company or something, they just run over you.
Wow. So you've never been in an experience where there was just where you're waiting to ambush, but there was too many?
No, never.
Oh.
Never happened to us. So I said, you know, I'm sure it happens to somebody somewhere.
But you did do some ambushes.
Oh, we did all kinds of ambushes.
How many would you say?
Oh, Jesus. Here's what, you know, you never know when you go out when you're coming back.
Uh-huh.
So you go out, and usually it's 30 to 40 days. Our longest one was 60-something days. They said you need to come back, and you're never more than 3 days back, and then you're gone again. And that one might be 35 days or
wow,
something
month,
like that.
Over a month?
Oh,
out in the jungle?
Well, you know, you got your base camp. You're living out of a bunker. You got your sea rations. That's all you got. You got your poopers. You got your shower, which, you know, that you pour the water in there, right? And then you pull the string and let it come on you. Well, the thing is, it's a fucking 110 degrees over there a lot of days.
Yeah.
So your water comes out at least 100 degrees. It's hotter than hell.
Damn. Not so refreshing, huh?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do it at night. It's probably more refreshing.
I guess.
Not too late now.
If we're home at night.
Tell him how he relates to your heroes. Oh.
What?
He wants me to tell you how you relate to my heroes.
Whose heroes?
My heroes, I suppose. I guess I would have to think about that.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, it's
I
just
don't know
a
yet
comment
either.
from one of the viewers.
Well, I relate very well to Superman
Yes, yes he does.
and Mighty Mouse.
And Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
How about Felix the Cat?
I never liked that son of a bitch. Never did. I don't know why.
Did you ever see any animals when you were over there?
Yeah. One snake
Saw a snake
and one deer.
and one deer.
That's all I ever. Oh no, there's kind of, I don't know what you call it, bobcat or something.
Saw a bobcat?
I don't know. It was bigger than a bobcat.
Oh.
Kind of like a leopard.
Did it
That's all I ever saw.
have spots?
Huh?
Did it have spots? Yellow? Was it like a yellow
I
cat
don't
with
remember.
spots?
Man, that was just a one-shot thing for 5 seconds, you know, and it was going off in the woods.
Oh.
Oh, he would have been in trouble, you know. We all had weapons. 50 guys could have shot him, I guess. We wouldn't have done that.
Any rats?
Not really.
No? Oh. Interesting.
I don't
Not
think
really.
there were rats. But we come back, and then when we did come back from a mission, we had barracks. Anyway, and then you know, we get 2 days, we do everything, and then when we got back in the morning, we'd go out to the village, they called it, and it was all the Vietnamese had set up little booths and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
This and that, and you know, they give you MPC, they call it, military payment certificate. So you go in there, you can buy something. They got a little bar, right?
Uh-huh.
And they got the cute Vietnamese girls.
Oh, really? Yeah, tell us about that, please.
Well, it's funny. I mean, any guy that's ever been around that knows that you sit there and you buy them tea. You know, we get beers, right? Beers with ice because they don't have no refrigeration. Anyway, you get used to it. Yeah, and they'd sit there, cute girls. I had one that always got usually the same. My buddy had the same thing.
Yeah.
Got a picture of her too.
Tell us about those girls.
Well, no, it was just you know what you're doing. You're buying them colored water, You know, they call it tea, right? You know, and they're charging you more for that than a beer. So they want to keep you there as long as they can.
That costs more than a beer?
What?
It costs more than a beer?
It's, you know, it's a woman's drink in their mind. It wasn't much money.
Just colored water.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you know, what we were doing, you know, when you get paid, you got no place to spend your money. And you got a commissary, you know, but you don't need much. You're not home much.
You know?
Yeah, so the village was a nice place to go, and everybody went. And you come back, and they used to give us, Jesus Christ, you never seen so many beers and sodas. What was it? I think a beer a guy for every day we were out.
A beer a guy?
Yeah, it's like 60 beers for one guy. They had barrel after barrel after barrel of beer. All on ice.
Every guy gets one beer each night.
Well, they were, you know, when you get back, yeah.
So you save all that stuff up and you get fucking endless
Well,
beer
I mean,
for
you
the
know,
whole
we
night,
couldn't,
right?
even we couldn't drink that. You know, you're looking at full company, so, you know, if we were full, there's 200 guys drinking this stuff. And, you know, when you're over there, Christ, you're going to drink as many as you can.
Really?
You know, stop thinking about things.
That's pretty cool. They had cigarettes in Vietnam?
Yeah, that's probably where I started, and it wasn't a mistake. Yeah. And, $1.25 for a carton.
$1.25. How about that?
Yeah,
that wasn't that long ago. I'd heard in Vietnam that's where menthol cigarettes got popular.
I heard you say that one time, and I've never heard that. Oh, it got popular, you mean?
Or, yeah, at least guys were smoking menthol cigarettes in Vietnam.
I don't remember. I don't know. You know, in sea rations, you get a 4-pack. And there was Marlboro, and there was Camels, there was Philip Morris, probably another one.
This guy says he heard that they kept everyone drunk in Vietnam.
Who said that?
Just a viewer.
Oh, no, they kept everybody drunk. You better not be out in the boonies and fighting. You better not be drunk, or your own platoon would beat the shit out of you.
Really?
Yeah, I never even saw anybody. When we come back, they'd smoke dope.
Really?
When we go out, nothing. Never. Because you get beat up, man.
You have to stay completely sober.
You got to be in your right mind. Anyway, that's a true story. I never saw anybody. I saw a bunch of them. I never did. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
At that time.
Didn't like what?
But, you know, the shit that's weed, it grows wild right along trails, man.
Really? Is weed growing all over the place?
Hell yes. Yeah.
Wow. I heard it was also like opium and shit growing too.
Oh, I'm sure they did it, you know, yeah. Old Papa San, sure. Mama San, probably. Yeah, that was, yeah.
So as far as you know, no one was doing anything.
What?
As far as you know, nobody was doing anything illegal?
You know, nothing, no, not really illegal.
Yeah.
We had, you know, I got one. A couple guys did. And they got through in the mail. And somebody sent me a bottle of goddamn, I don't know, rum. I don't even know what it was. You know, and that would be illegal.
Rum?
Oh, Jesus, you know, any kind of liquor like that.
Not allowed to have liquor?
Anyway, you know, didn't take long to pound all that down for, you know, like 10 of us. But, you know, just shit like that. And then one time my grandmother sent me $15, 3 $5 bills. So I'd take them in to the village, and what'd they give me? So I gave them $15. They gave me like $45 in Vietnamese money.
Vietnamese money?
Yeah, which I could spend at the village.
Republic bills, hopefully.
Yeah, remember I gave one of those Vietnamese bills to Carl.
Really?
Yeah, well, he found my old wallet in there. I said, some of that shit you can have. He wanted it, I don't know.
You don't have any more here that we can show?
No, he took it.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
What was the most dangerous operation you did? The most scared you were? Or
After a while, okay, first of all, after, you don't get really scared.
yeah, maybe not scared, but the part, what was,
Well,
what was
that's the one I
bad-
told you about. The worst one was Operation Julie.
Operation Julie, that was the worst.
Yeah, that was by far. That was the worst. You know, there wasn't a lot of major stuff.
No.
But, I mean, you know, like, I think it was 67, like the Marines, you know, you're a Hamburger Hill
Uh-huh.
and all this stuff. I mean, they really had some tough stuff. They did.
You know what
And-
you, sorry.
You
What were
know,
you saying?
Tet of 68, you know, that's the Chinese holiday.
Uh-huh.
That was a real bad one, I guess. But see, I was still in basic then. Tet of 69, I was there for that, and that wasn't very good either. They go a little nuts. These
At these holidays they have?
Yeah, they go nuts on their holiday.
What, do you remember what days they were?
Huh?
When they were? What part of time of the year they were? These holidays, when they were
Well,
happening?
there's only one, Tet. I think
Tet.
it's in February.
February.
January or February.
Oh.
It's their Chinese New Year's.
Yeah, what were they doing?
Oh, Jesus Christ! You know, they're trying to mortar, you know, all these, even my places where I, you know, our safety zone, like A, you know, that, like I told you, we'd be there 3 days and go out and then come back 3 days, 2 days.
Yeah.
They'd be mortaring that. Basically, they're trying to hit the airport, small airport, but I mean, you get some decent planes in there, and and we were probably a quarter mile from there. And we were back, and we're sleeping, and here comes, you know, mortars,
Yeah.
and all these people, because there's bunkers in between the barracks.
Uh-huh.
All these people, they're running, you know, these people that never leave there,
Mhm.
duck cooks, this, and that, the Jeep drivers.
They're running?
We didn't even get up. We didn't even get up.
Really?
Yeah. You know, there's mortars coming in, and we know they're going for the airport, which is a quarter mile away, but these people never heard shit like that.
Wow.
So, yeah, they're all in this, it's a huge bunker, man. They're all in that one.
And you just stayed in bed while
Oh, the
they...
captain, the lieutenants that never leave.
So you just stayed in bed while they did this?
We never left the bed.
Wow.
It wasn't just me. There's a bunch of us.
You were used to it, though.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you hear certain things, you know what's going on. There's nothing to worry about.
Your mortars outside, there's nothing to worry about. Remember that, guys.
No.
No.
Yeah, once you hear one, you'll never forget the
I'm gonna grab
sound
another beer.
it makes.
Go on.
Yeah. I sit here, I look like a bum.
Hey, you know what? You didn't finish...
I actually don't look this bad when I get dressed up, but I don't leave the house very much.
You know what you didn't finish telling us about?
Oh, what's that?
Tell us about those girls you met. And all the stuff you did.
We didn't do much.
Yeah.
You're in a fenced-in area. It's just a little village, you know. And they when the day's over, they go back into the big, you know, barbed wire village, which is pretty damn big perimeter thing.
Yeah.
So,
Did you ever try to attack those things?
you know, what?
You ever try to attack those little villages?
Oh, no,
Okay.
never. You go through them, make sure there's no VC. You know, if it's just women and kids and old men, just leave them alone. It wasn't like that. What was the name of that guy that did that? Right after I got back. I was back in 69. It's in 70. What was the name of that guy?
Which guy?
He led his platoon in there, lieutenant, and killed May Lai.
May Lai?
You don't remember that? Yeah, I think it was May Lai. Maybe somebody can agree with me.
Westmoreland?
No, man. It was called May Lai Massacre. That was the name of the village. And they, this lieutenant went in there and just went nuts. Anyway, he went to prison because of it.
This or
They
the
killed
war?
all these kids and women for no reason.
Wow.
Yeah,
did.
they probably, I don't know. They
actually
wanted to
happened,
shoot at something. They probably had no action in a long time.
And he led his whole platoon into one of those little villages and shot a bunch of women.
Yeah, yeah. I think he killed them all.
What
Oh,
happened?
it's a history deal.
Did anything happen to him? Did he get in trouble?
I think he
for that
went
at
to
all?
prison. Well, he had to.
Damn. What about the platoon?
I don't know what, you know, you never know what happened. You know, they probably all got something.
Yeah.
But I mean, who does that? Jesus Christ.
That guy, I hope he pays severely.
I don't know how many years he did. Excuse me. I used to know his name. I think everybody knew his name at one point.
Yeah.
Look up in your thing there. My
Yeah.
live.
My
Live. I don't know.
phone is right there.
Oh,
So, hey,
okay.
did they, you know the movie with Mel Gibson where they showed them with the candles? Did you ever see that? You probably didn't see that.
I don't see a lot of movies.
But did they like light the trails at night with candles?
Who?
The
No, hell no.
VCs? No?
No, I mean light the trail. You give away your position. You know, if you're ambushing, like for us, you don't even want to cough. You know, you got to be very quiet. And what is it? You put it on with the radio. You put it on something to talk to some other guy, you know, wherever. Smulch, Vulch, I don't know. Somebody might know that one too.
Squelch.
Squelch, that's it. You put it on squelch.
Put what on squelch?
So, I mean, they can't hear you and shit like that.
Oh. Wow. What was your like your most favorite moment, your happiest moment in Vietnam besides other than being told you're going home?
Oh, right. That was what I was going to use.
Yeah.
My favorite moment. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know if there is one.
Where did you what moment you felt the best at least?
Okay, I'll tell you one. This is, you know, it's a little like at the end. But a lot of guys, you know, send them back 3 weeks or so and let them do Jeep driving, you know, in our base.
Yeah.
Until they process out. And I've seen a lot of that happen. But anyway, me and my first sergeant, they call him Top. Used to remember his name. Anyway, me and him didn't get along. And I'm out there, because I got in a little trouble too when I was there for screwing around in the village, sneaking in the village, you know, and screwing getting women. But what was I gonna say? I got in trouble.
This guy, you didn't get along with him too well.
Yeah, so that's right. And so I had, I think, 4 days left. That's it, which is very unusual to be out there with 4 days left. And we're gonna go out and ambush. Anyway, I'm in the tower, you know, doing daylight, you know, watch.
Yeah.
And he goes, Mackie, get out of here, we're going out. I said, Sergeant, I said, I only got 4 days, man. You send me out, you send me in. Get out here and get your shit. Yeah, I did. And we went out on ambush. Luckily, nothing happened.
Yeah.
And my happiest time was in the morning. You know, we're done, and we're walking back in, and I'm gonna get a flight out of there. You know, hit chopper.
Yeah.
Out of there so I can get in and process out. And then that was it. Yeah. So I was done.
Wow. All right. So we're winding down to the last minute now.
Yeah. What I do miss is, you miss the guys, you know, when you leave, a lot of your buddies, they're still there.
Yeah.
You never know if they made it or not.
Wow. So
Yeah.
A lot of the people you met, you just never.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of them, he was only like a month after me. Dennis Kelly. He was from Maine, my mom's state.
Yeah.
Anyway, he came to stay with me for about 2 months. Well, I was married, you know, had a place, and let him stay in the front room for a few months. And we were real good buddies over there. In fact, if you look at that, you know, that deal with the metal, that was one of the guys, you know, that we had to get out of there. He got hit a couple times. But, yeah, he stayed with me for number of months, but he was kind of a guy that just wanted to roam the world. He was strange.
So he just
I haven't seen him since. I mean,
kept moving.
never heard. I guess I don't know. He called me one time from Illinois. But, you know, that was Jesus Christ, 40 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like him, I don't ever know. I mean, I know he made it back, but there's other guys that you don't know if they ever came home. You just don't.
Wow.
Be like my one of my best friends there, that Phil Regan.
Yeah.
You know, he got killed.
Actually, I got one more question.
What's that?
For you. What was the weirdest thing you saw in Vietnam?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know if I saw anything weird.
Most unusual thing you can think of.
The only thing there is we were going, you know, going through the damn jungle, and all of a sudden you got the smell, man. The smell was just unbelievable. You know, we smelled it before. It's flesh. Anyway, we go to this thing there by a bush, and there's a woman in there. She's got goddamn, you know, belts on her. I mean, you know, with ammo and around. It's a woman.
Uh-huh.
Weapon sitting there. She got killed somehow. You know, we didn't do it. Anyway, there she was rotting away. That was weird. And it was like, I swear to God, maybe 18, 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder.
That's what they do, man.
How'd she get killed?
Don't know.
She was
I'm
just-
sure it's bullets.
She was just dead.
Yeah, she was just dead. Like I said, we didn't do it. Somebody else, she'd been there a little while, so somebody else been through there.
Huh. That's too bad. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, is there anything else you want to say before we patch it up?
No, I don't think so. This is all new to me. But I at least I feel better when I get stuff out of me like that. So, hope it didn't bore you to death.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure everyone else is also very thankful to
Yeah, okay.
hear your
yeah.
story.
It was good for me, and I hope it was good for somebody else.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Mac.
You're welcome.
You're
Thank
a
you for
good friend.
sharing
Seriously.
it with me.
Me and this guy. Give me a cheers.
My 7-Up? Yeah.
Your 7-Up. Is that just 7?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys later. Good night.